Nigel Dodds.
Mr. Speaker, in dealing with security, the Secretary of State will be aware that today, or yesterday evening, the Police Service for Northern Ireland has revealed that alongside other police forces in England, it has retained the body parts and human tissue in 67 cases of suspicious and unexplained deaths without notifying the families of those who were murdered. The Secretary of State will no doubt share my shock and will have sympathy with the relatives who are being told today and over the coming days this terrible news. Will he tell the House what action he advocates will now be taken on his part in cooperation with those in Northern Ireland to deal with this very serious issue?
Well, I'm grateful for the right honourable for raising this, and I entirely endorse his views and take sympathy with those families who've heard about this, because these are matters of the greatest sensitivity. And this must be very, very difficult for families to handle, because I think all of us were unaware that this material existed. It is most unfortunate that the news came out in the way it did. The Human Tissue Authority had issued a direction to all state agencies, and ACPO had advised Chief Constables. I talked to the Chief Constable about this morning. As I understand it, the report was due to be published in good order on Monday, and he had prepared a very careful plan to address this with each individual family in a most sensitive manner. We await the details of the report on Monday, but in the meantime, the Chief Constable has assured me that he will have to accelerate his proposals to talk to the families.
Nigel Dodds.
For the Secretary of State's response, and given that this practice apparently occurred between 1960 and the last case occurred in 2005, as late as 2005, it's now illegal, of course, under the new legislation. Will the Secretary of State agree that he and direct rule administrations of the past will give full cooperation to any independent review and inquiry that may be set up?
Well, I think the honourable member raised an important point. I think we'd all better wait and see what this report says, and then I will obviously discuss the implications of it with the Justice Minister David Ford and the Chief Constable. I suspect most of the detail may be divulged, but I certainly take on board what he says. But this is a most difficult revelation, and we have to handle it with great, great sensitivity.